Just as I pushed my departed husband into the cremation chamber and was about to press the start button, my mother-in-law suddenly rushed in to stop me. I instinctively stepped aside, but she accidentally hit the button herself. The process started instantly. She broke down on the spot, shouting that her son was still alive and telling them to get him out. But once the process begins, it cannot be stopped. I pretended to be devastated, but inside, I felt a quiet sense of satisfaction, cause I was reborn. In my previous life, my husband faked his passing to escape and set me up to carry a debt of $20 million. I worked myself to exhaustion trying to repay it, and eventually my health collapsed. The very end of my life, he showed up again, and I finally realized it had all been a scheme, and the son I had raised for over 20 years was actually his child with his secretary. To take my insurance money as soon as possible, they personally removed my life support. Perhaps fate took pity on me. When I opened my eyes again, I had returned to the day he staged his disappearance. My son was about to move him away, but I stopped him immediately. Since he loved pretending, I decided to let him finish the act. I slapped him hard and scolded him for abandoning us. My son rushed forward to stop me. "Stop it, Dad can feel that." I sneered. "Feel it? Then that means he's not gone at all." The caregiver tried to persuade me to send him to the morgue, but I said my husband had once mentioned donating his organs, and I wanted to fulfill his wish. My son desperately tried to stop me, and the secretary rushed to the hospital as well, accusing me of being disrespectful, but I insisted it was his final wish. She wanted to argue, yet didn't dare say too much and expose their relationship. I immediately contacted the donation center and even called reporters, determined to present him as a selfless person. Just as the procedure was about to begin, my mother-in-law rushed in again and caused a scene. Everything fell into chaos, and the plan had to stop. She insisted on taking him home for a traditional burial. I knew exactly what they were planning, so I called the police. An unauthorized burial would not be allowed. With their help, I finally sent my husband into the cremation chamber. My mother-in-law screamed that her son was still alive, and that I was the one who caused it. I pretended to break down and questioned her, but she couldn't explain herself, and could only cry. That moment, the caregiver whispered something in her ear. She immediately stopped crying, and hurriedly left, claiming she felt unwell. It wasn't until everything was over that I realized the person inside wasn't him at all. So what should I do next? To take my revenge?